Everyone, welcome back to Sociology Talks. I'm your host Kenzie and I'm joined by my co-host Rezza.
Hello everyone, in today's Sociology Talks episode we're going to talk about super important and hot topic which is makan siang bergizi, which is supported and funded by the government of Indonesia and is provided for the local poor children that cannot afford food and attend the public school.
That's right, we're really going on deep on this topic on this podcast right now. And for that reason, we have invited two amazing guests on today.
That's right, we are attending Mr. Fabi, which is a dedicated teacher who have seen first-hand changes that when the program is applied.
Thanks for having me, guys. I'm really excited to talk about the Makan Siang Bergizi program. There has been a lot of positive effects of this program, but also a negative effect that I want to talk about in this podcast.
And on my right side, this is Dr. Rendra, which is a nutritionist that specializes in children development and health.
Same here. Makan siang bergizi is a very hot topic and not a lot of people talk about them. That's why I'm happily here to talk my knowledge and to spread it with all of you.
Alright, let's start off with the basics. Rezza, could you explain what this program is?
So basically, it's a government initiative that provides free nutritious food for the children in public school, especially in low-income areas. The target is so that every children in that area and school is having a proper nutrition and growing up healthy, and they can strive in their educational program.
Yeah, and honestly, this program makes a huge difference. Before this program, my students would just skip lunch, eat instant noodles or not nutritious food because their family couldn't afford it.
That's so sad. I can't imagine trying to focus in class on these stunning, to be honest.
Exactly. People don't realize how much food affects their health. If kids aren't eating right, they can't concentrate in class and focus. And there are also many side effects to this.
So like the meals aren't just like a random food, right? There's like nutrition in there, right?
Yeah, for sure. Each meal has different types of food: carbohydrates, fruits, proteins, and vegetables. A typical meal contains probably 150 grams, like rice, tempeh, chicken, papaya, and some vegetables.
I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of better than my lunch.
Right? Some of these meals are actually pretty good. It helps the kids focus in class, and the kids also love it a lot.
That sounds like a good and nice program, right? So like, let's be real. There's some challenges to that program, right? So Fabi, can you like explain and just like describe what are the challenges that you face and your children face during the program?
Honestly, funding. Feeding a bunch of students is very, very expensive. And we're already seeing some lack in the budgeting and stuff.
Yeah, and beyond money, there's the issue of logistics because Indonesia is a huge country and it is difficult to get these nutritious foods into remote areas.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, some places are really remote, aren't they?
What if about corruption? Like we've all heard like the government funds and the country's money missing, right? So what are you guys opinion about that problem?
That's a very real concern. If there isn't proper oversight, some people might take advantage of the system.
Another thing is food preference. Indonesia has a very big culture and it is hard to fit all that culture into a one-size meal.
Okay, I get it. So basically, in theory, this program is nice and would work, but in execution, it's very hard to make it actually work properly.
True. So why don't we just like take a look of another country example that has successfully implemented this program, right?
So like in Japan, they have a structured meal program which not only gives the students food, but they also learn about like proper nutrition and how to get the food.
Oh yeah, in Japan, kids even help serve their own food and clean up after their mess. So they learn how to do teamwork and discipline.
Okay, so another country is also India. They have the largest and biggest school feeding program in the world. So like the local communities also help serving the food. So India is actually smart with this because by doing so, the local communities will also get a job.
Indonesia could learn from both systems, such as Japan, who has a nutritious education, and we could implement something like India did, which is work with small businesses and local businesses to balance the plan.
Okay.
That'd be great. Imagine if we taught students about why we need these meals instead of just handing them.
So where do we go from here? So like, how can the program actually improve?
First off, better funding and transparency. Indonesia needs to account for every rupiah that is being used so that the meals actually reach the kids who need it.
And schools should start teaching kids the nutrition they need so they can get a better, healthier life outside of school. They could eat more healthy food outside of school and inside of school.
I see. I also imagine that getting businesses and communities involved would make this program sustainable in the long run.
Agree. So like, if more people could help and pitch in, it will be easier for the program to work.
All right, that was a great discussion. Again, huge thanks to our guests, Dr. Rendra and Fabi here.
So it's been a pleasure for being here. Thank you guys for inviting me for this. I hope that people can implement this to their life.
School meals might be a small thing, but it can actually change lives. And that's all from me today. So I hope you guys watching have gained some knowledge from this. So thank you all.
Okay, so everyone, that's all for today's episode. If you do enjoy our podcast, don't forget to subscribe, share it, and let's keep the conversation going.
Exactly. Again, huge thanks to our guests, and as always, thank you for listening in.